Welcome to Cooking Under Protest Breakfast Edition. Today we are having an egg muffin. Now see, if I were to use two other letters, that would probably be copyright infringement or something. A certain clown would come and attack me. Whatever. This is actually going to be better than that anyway, because I'm making it at home, which is cheaper, and I'm adding avocado, which makes me happy. So there you go. Okay, step one, cut up the Thomas's English muffins. And I'm making two of these because I'm freaking hungry. Okay, there's my toaster oven. Now, I've tried other English muffins, and they're just not, they're not the same consistency to me. They don't have the same cornflour, cornmeal bottom. I don't know, they just don't do it for me. I like Thomas's. Not trying to name drop intentionally there, but that's just how I feel about things. Now, if you happen to find one that you think is actually as good or superior, let me know. I, however, have not. Okay. Got my pan. Got some butter, unsalted butter, going into the pan. Let's move it closer. Ooh, butter. Sorry. I don't have the COVID. I just haven't had anything to eat or drink yet today, so I sort of overslept. I didn't feel well. Again, not COVID, just other kind of problems. Alright. Well, my husband did not sleep well last night. And as a result, I did not sleep well last night. Anyway, if you're going for a more, let's say, McTastic version of this, you would use Canadian bacon. I don't have Canadian bacon. I have off-the-bone ham. I really like off-the-bone ham. I do not know what the sodium comparison is between the two things, but that's my off-the-bone ham. And it doesn't really... Does it tell me sodium in here somewhere? No, sodium 470 milligrams. Well, I guess that's evil. Whatever. I'm also going to be adding a slice of Swiss cheese. I'm going to cut it in half. And that does not actually have nutritional information on it. But we know that Swiss cheese is the lower in sodium cheese, and it usually has about 50 milligrams worth, so there's your knowledge. I could just have one piece of ham and split it in half. Could also make bacon, use that instead. Probably have gotten turkey, but I don't have the turkey right now. I've got this, and this is what we have, and that's what we're working with. I'm seeing y'all coming over here and making me breakfast, yo. until you're ready to come over here and start making the breakfast. I mean, no discussions about my choice. Make your own choices. Alright, I have a new carton of eggs. This is just the last 2 that are in this particular carton. So, fear not. Stubborn today. I managed not to get any shell in there. There we go. All the shells in the thing, that's going in the trash. I'm sure some people could use the things. The complex I live in is not great with recycling. It's all about making do. So if you are offended that I tossed out an egg carton, I don't know, deal with it or volunteer to come get my egg cartons next time. Then I'd save them for you if you were going to use them. I used to save them for my nephew who used them. But he's grown up now. No longer needs them. No longer doing the art projects. Alright, there's enough heat in this pan. I'm turning the heat off. Here, let's go for a walk over here. That's what it looks like. I'm going to flip those eggs over yet. If, as they are right now, that's sunny side up, they're going to be over easy because I'm going to just flip them lightly. They might end up over hard if they're in the pan too long. If I had broken them in the pan, grabbed the whisk and immediately started stirring, I believe that's called the soft scramble, which I believe is something that one of my best friends likes. If you scrambled them beforehand really well and then put them in the pan, that would be regular scrambled eggs. And if you put them in water, that would be poached. So, okay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Probably just ruined the whole video. Alright. Hang on. The toaster's going off and I got all excited. I didn't even flip the eggs. See that? Too many thoughts. This is what happens if we record before coffee. I just broke the egg yolk. Usually if you get one of those fast food type ones of these, you break the yolk anyway, if it even has a real yolk. Because you wouldn't want to get egg runny yolk deliciousness on people in drive-thrus, I guess. Sounds good to me. I love it. I like the runny yolks. If it had no yolks, then it'd be an egg white thing. So, more hot. Okay. Once again, I've got these avocados. I have no idea what makes them small. If they're just picked before they become big avocados. This is the size they grow to. I don't know. The bag doesn't tell me, and I've never looked it up. I have absolutely no idea what makes them baby avocados. But unlike baby carrots, yeah, they're not full-size carrots that have been cut down, making you believe the lies. So, apparently one of my commenters was entertained by that. Thank you, my pretty commenter. She knows who she is. A little teeny tiny seed. Come out. Popped right out. Teeny little bit beside. There we go. Seeds out. Okay. Fantastic today. I did not know these things took me 10 minutes to make, to be honest with you. I thought this would be a short video. Okay, that's one muffin. Oh, that's 2 muffins. You could just butter them with regular butter. Or with margarine or freaking mayonnaise. Whatever makes you happy, I guess. It sounds disgusting to me too with mayo, but man, I'm not going to judge. Not my job. Just how some of us should really consider the world of, does it affect you personally? Are you eating it? No. Then it doesn't bother. Then it's not your business. Things that don't affect you personally or are not taking the consent away from another human being are things that are just not your business. Go worry about other stuff. Plenty on this planet for people to worry about. And they get all caught up in stuff that's not their business. That they ain't need to be worried about. Just saying. And there was a fantastic tweet that I saw on Twitter the other day. My friend had shared it, and I shared it with other friends. It was by somebody who studies Greek, actual Greek language, like the old, back in the day language. And I'm not entirely sure how it worked with the Greeks and the Romans, if they had the same language, or if they were kind of like British and English, which are the same language, but they're not the same language, because I go to the bathroom and they go to the loo. Not really sure what the deal was with that. But back in the day, everything was written in Greek, or maybe Roman, but still a version of Greek, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's where everything was written back then. And she translates these texts or works on other translations that have been done from these texts, and is among the people who has discovered that there are certain words from, let's just call it the best-selling book of all time, because that's what it always claims, nonfiction. And some of these words, at one point, were mistranslated by people in power. And they were mistranslated in all of the books throughout the world. It's a huge conspiracy. It sounds crazy, but there's a word. And it does not translate correctly. And the only logical reason is because somebody wanted to eliminate that for whatever reason. And yeah. It's not actually true. It doesn't actually say that in that book. It's been mistranslated on purpose. And that's my That is my Pride Month statement. Because the word in question is directly related to Pride Month. Because the actual statement made was against pedophiles. Against adult males taking advantage of their young male slaves. That's what it says not to do. Doesn't mention what people claim it mentions. So there you go. That's my Pride Month statement. That's my breakfast. Ooh, check that out. Breakfast. It's what's for breakfast. Like, comment, give me a rainbow. Yes, that's what I want. I want comments with rainbows. And hit subscribe. Take care, and we'll see you next time.